Back when I drank alcohol, I was the kind of guy that never really intended to drink a lot. I'd always tell myself, tonight I'm just gonna have a couple of pints. Tonight I'm just gonna have a few glasses of wine and then call it a night. I would always start drinking with these great intentions. And 9 times out of 10, this would go out the window. Yeah, 1 time out of 10, I might just stick to 1 or 2 drinks, but most of the time, I'd intend to drink a small amount and then I'd overdrink. I have done that more times than I can count. And every morning after drinking, it was the exact same cycle. I'd open my eyes, not really knowing where I am. I might have blacked out, so I don't know how I even got to bed. I'd look in the mirror, I'd have these bloodshot eyes, I'd feel my insides were hurting. I'd feel so bad. And every single day that I woke up after drinking too much, I would feel 3 emotions. I would feel guilt, I would feel shame, and I would feel regret. I'd feel guilt because I used to promise my family all the time that I wasn't drinking anymore. You know, they've seen me go up and down so many times. And then when I'm nursing that hangover, looking in the mirror at those bloodshot eyes, looking at myself thinking, damn it, I'd feel guilt. I'd feel shame because in my heart, I knew that I just wanted to have 1 or 2 drinks, but it went overboard. And I'd feel regret because despite having these great intentions, it always just ended in the same place. Yet despite doing this hundreds of times, I still tried to control. I still attempted to have 1 or 2 drinks. And I kept wondering, why does it keep happening? So I'd try again and try again and try again. And there's that quote that I can't remember the exact quote, but it's like insanity is doing the same thing again and again and again and expecting different results. You know, I spent the best part of 10 years in a feeling of constant regret, shame, and guilt, a constant feeling of being defeated. And honestly, sometimes I feel like it's a miracle that I found a way out. I've said this before, but if you ask my family, when I was drinking alcohol, do you think he's ever going to fix himself? I think they all thought that I was probably going to be in a coffin by 40 years of age. You know, I felt like I was the one that was never going to change, that was never going to find a way out. And that's why I wanted to make this video for you today. Because if you've been feeling that cycle of regret, of shame, of guilt, of feeling defeated every single day, I want you to know that there is still hope. There are millions of people who have been stuck in that cycle, who have found a way out, who have said, do you know what? Maybe what I know about alcohol is not true. Maybe it's not actually helping in my life. Maybe I'm actually addicted to something that is not serving me in any way. There are people that have woken up to the lies, they've woken up to the conditioning, and they have made a logical choice to say, do you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. I'm putting this behind me. I'm moving on. I'm getting on with my life. And the great thing is that there are solutions out there for a drinking problem that will continue to make you feel shame, regret, and guilt for your decisions. You know, you get told that you've got a disease, you're an alcoholic, you're born this way, it's your childhood, poor you. And hey, I'm not saying there's not a time and a place for doing this kind of work, but when it comes to solving a drinking problem, when it comes to removing alcohol from your life, you don't need to feel these emotions anymore. What's done is done. The day that you decide enough is enough, the day that you decide that I'm putting this behind me, you don't need to feel guilt, you don't need to feel regret, you don't need to feel shame, because it's not too late. Because the people that you hurt, the people that you upset, even upsetting yourself, you can still turn it all around. Instead of feeling these negative emotions, you can start to feel empowered, to feel strong, to feel like you're making progress. You can change these negative emotions to positive emotions. You can let go of the negativity that's been surrounding you for years. You know, at the end of the day, if you're drinking a poison again and again and again, of course you're going to feel negative. Of course you're going to want to beat yourself up. But I promise you, it is not too late to change. I've seen people that have drank bottles of vodka every single day for 20 years turn their life around. I've seen people drink for 50 years, now celebrating 2 years sober, 2.5 years sober. I've seen 24-year-old kids, 23-year-old kids get a year sober. And I've seen 70-year-olds do the same thing. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what skin color you've got. Doesn't matter your gender. Doesn't matter your religious views. It doesn't matter. It is not too late. You can still change. You have got nothing wrong with you. And I just want to promise you, I promise you one thing. If you make that decision, if you go all in on your decision to not drink alcohol, you will never look back. The only thing you might look back on is, why didn't I do this 10 years ago? I have never met somebody who stopped drinking alcohol that says my life is worse off. Not a single person. Neither have I met somebody that ever was happy about starting drinking in the first place. It is doing nothing for you. It is not helping you in any single way. And wherever you are on this journey, just keep going. Just keep putting the pieces together. You need to get into a state of mind where you logically see no reason to drink alcohol. And when you're there, it's the most beautiful thing ever. You can go out to bars, you can go to restaurants, you can go for a date with your partner, you can go for a date with a stranger, you can do anything. And the desire to drink can truly leave you. And guys, if you click the video on the screen now, you can learn how Anthony Hopkins got sober. Have a great day.